Irish farmers are currently very worried about the Mercosur trade deal. What would you say to those farmers that are worried today?
That I will be fixing the problems that are now hitting strongly their competitiveness. I think farmers deserve fair prices for their products. There we have already now made the first proposals. Secondly, I think we really need to work on the bureaucracy that they are facing, because that is as well one of the reasons why our farmers went to the streets, took it to the streets last year. So I think that is something where we have really to do to cut their work they have to do in the office, because they need to be out to produce, and that will be my accents. And then, of course, I think it will be very important as well to work more on reciprocity in general when we talk about trade, because when we are producing to very high standards, I think we need to enforce this and control this better as well for products that are coming in. But nonetheless, I think it is very important that we have as well see the opportunities, because currently we are exporting as a European Union over 230 billion of agriculture goods per year. This is a surplus of 70 billion. So we are heavily dependent as well on third countries to export our quality products. Ireland is a champion of exporting high standard agriculture goods. And I think that therefore we need to create as well markets. We know that some markets might be more fragile. Let's take, for example, the exports to China, where we don't know what is going to happen with dairy products, what is going to happen with the new Trump administration. So it's good to have trade relations with like-minded partners, and of course take very seriously the concerns that our farming community have, and that to address them as well.
And another key concern for Irish farmers is the nitrates derogation. How important is it that Ireland holds on to the derogation from the EU Commission's perspective?
I think this is really something where we have to see the ground, and that's what I did to do. I went to see a farm that a generational farm, let's say, because it's 3 generations on one farm that recently invested, that has a very sustainable production when it comes as well to animal welfare. This is exactly the kind of farms I think we need to support better, and to see how we can as well find solutions when it comes to the negative externalities of agriculture production. And I think if there is really a will, and I am very committed to help these kind of farms, these types of farms, because they ensure as well the viability and the attractiveness of our rural areas, then we have to find solutions. And that is very important, because we need all of our farmers to ensure food security in Europe. And I think every size is needed. If it is a small farmer or a bigger farmer, an organic farmer or a conventional farmer, we need them all. And therefore we need now to create as well the financial environment to help them to cope with additional restrictions. And here, of course, we have to need to work hand in hand with the national authorities, because some measures can be done nationally. And I'm looking forward to meet either the old or the new agriculture minister.
And just in terms of the EU Commission's food vision, how does this support Irish farmers?
The vision for the future of agriculture will put an emphasis on supporting young and new farmers as well. I think that is a huge challenge for young farmers, and especially female young farmers have problems to get to the finance. And there we are really developing and thinking about how we can strengthen this and make it more attractive to take over a farm. And I think in Ireland there is a lot to be done as well, because the percentage of young farmers in Ireland is only the ones below 40 years of age is only of 14%. This is not enough if we want to ensure the continuity of our quality agriculture production. And therefore, I think that will be a major point where all the member states and all the young farming communities will benefit.
Perfect. And sorry, just one more question, just from your farm visit today. What were some of the key issues that you encountered on the farm, and that you think maybe the EU Commission should focus on for Irish farmers?
I think it's really the high standard as well of animal welfare that I was really impressed by. It's really something that you don't expect, that I didn't expect. So, and really the intergenerational working together. So it's really something where you see it's a reasonable sized farm, and I think that is the model that we need to go for. And they are very creative in the solutions that they are finding for problems problems, it was really a nice farm, I have to say, and I think that is something we need to support. That really people do it with all their heart, and not just for benefit, but as well for the love of the animals. That is something very, very important as well.